Hello, today we will continue with the integers for class 7, chapter 1 and part 2. So in the last video, we already discussed the definitions of the integers and did few questions. So in this chapter, we will see the properties of the integers and then we will continue with some questions. So let's start. If you remember, these are the questions we discussed in the last video where we wanted to find the values of these questions. So there we understood how we can find out the values using the number line, or a basic example of a staircase where we were considering that plus means you have to climb up the stairs and minus means you have to come down the stairs, and that way you can calculate how many stairs you are up or down, and that is used to solve the problem. That was just an example. Okay, now we will see the mathematical way how can we solve these questions. Okay, so let's see solve these questions. Okay, so first of all we need to know a simple rule related to properties of addition and subtractions. So if you see in the slide, we have how can we resolve the signs. So basically, in the questions, you can see that there are questions where we have signs. For example, -5 plus and then minus 10. So here, if you see in these questions, we have two signs together. These signs, this is what we are talking about, a plus and a minus. Two signs are coming together. So how can we resolve these kind of questions? So we have a few rules. Okay, first you have to find out the signs. Those are together. For example, here plus and minus are together. We can take another example. For example, minus 5 minus 10. So here if you see, we do not need to resolve the signs because there are no two signs together. Okay, this is one sign here, this is one sign here. If we have more than one sign, then we need to resolve. For example, here we have two signs together, one is plus, one is minus here. So in these cases only we need to resolve. Okay, so what is the rule to resolve the signs? So as you see, the first rule here mentioned here is that what you have to do, if the signs means plus or minus, if they are of opposite nature, then the result will always be minus. So for example, if you see one sign here in this example is plus and another sign here is minus, right? So both the signs plus and minus are of opposite nature. So the resulting sign will be a minus sign. Okay, so if we resolve this further, what we can say that we can write it as -5 minus 10, because these two signs plus and minus here, these two signs, whatever is there, this plus and minus, they will combine and make a minus sign, okay, which is here. So in place of two signs, we can replace it by one sign. And how this sign came is using the rule number 1, this rule here, which says that if they are of opposite nature, then result will be minus. Okay, so here is the example given, and we are seeing this is what we followed. If one sign is plus and then there is minus, then result will be minus. Same way, if one sign is minus, another is plus, then the result will be minus. So you need to remember these things, that whenever the sign is of opposite nature, it will result in minus. And then come to the another rule where signs are of the same nature. Okay, it can be of same nature, like the signs together through two kind of signs together. It could be plus plus or it could be minus minus. So when it is plus plus, as you can see here, then result will be plus, or if it is minus minus, then also result will be plus. So when signs are of same nature, then the result will be plus always. If signs are of opposite nature, then the result will be minus. So these two rules you need to remember. Okay, so example for this is like say minus 5 minus, and then there is minus 10. Okay, this is one example. So here if you see, these two signs are together, this minus and this minus, and we see that both the signs are of same nature, means both are minus only. So what we can do, we can replace those two signs with a minus minus, means they are of same nature. So for same nature result will always be plus here. So we can replace those two signs with a plus and can write like this, and then we can further solve this problem. So this is how we can resolve. Okay, so let's see some questions on this, and then we will understand how we can resolve. So here are few questions. Okay, now you see the first question here. Here, if you see two signs, these two signs plus and minus are together. So plus and minus, we know that they are of opposite nature, so it will be minus. So we can write it like this: minus 5, minus 9. And now both this we can solve. How we can solve? We can solve using the number line or our understanding of the previous chapter video that we have done. So this minus 5 means, suppose that you are on a ladder like this, okay, and you are somewhere here, starting from here 0. Minus 5 means you came 5 stairs down, so you came here, it is minus 5. If it is plus, we climb up the stairs. If it is minus, we climb down the stairs. So minus 5 is done, and then again you are having minus 9, means you are again from that point climbing down. How much? You are climbing down minus 9. So now if you see from the 0, from the start point, from this point, total you have, how much you have come down? You have come down 14 steps, which means minus 14. So the answer here will be minus 14. Okay. Likewise, we need to simplify all the questions and prepare the answer. So here for this question, if you see now two signs minus and minus, they are together. So we know that when the signs are of same nature, it will be plus. So we can write it as 10, and in place of minus and minus, we can write plus, because they are of same nature, and in same nature result will always be plus, rule number 2. Okay, so which we said discussed in the last slide. So we can write it plus, and 10 plus 8, how much it will be? 18. So 18 is the answer. Same way for this question, again if you see signs are of opposite nature, one is minus, one is plus, so it will be minus. Okay, so in place of those two symbols we can write minus, and we can write like this. Again 5 minus 12, how much it will be? It will be minus 7. That you can understand from the last video we have discussed. So we can see one more time. Let's suppose that this is a ladder, and that here when symbols are not there, it is by default plus. We discussed this in last video, please check. So plus 5 means, suppose that you are here at the start of the ladder. Plus 5 means you will go up the stairs 5 steps up. This is plus 5. Okay, and minus 12 means you will come 12 stairs down from this point. So till here we came 5 steps, we need to go further. We came here and it is 12 steps down, Now if you see that from the 0 we have come how much? Finally from the 0 where we started we have come 7 steps down. So the answer is -7. Okay. So this is how we need to resolve the questions. Again, in the last question, if you see minus minus, the signs are of same nature. So it will become in a plus. So -8 plus we can write 12 and it will become 4 or +4, whatever you say. Both are same thing. Okay, +4. This is this is the answer. Okay. Now let's learn about another property of addition and subtraction. So we have commutative property of addition and subtraction. Commutative property is uh, commutative property says that if we add two numbers, okay, okay, their order doesn't matter. Okay. Now let's see this with an example. Okay. Suppose that uh, you went to one shop. You went to one shop to buy tennis ball. Okay. You went to a shop and asked tennis ball. Now you need five balls. You need five tennis balls. So what you will do? You will ask. You will ask the shopkeeper to give you the balls. Okay. But he doesn't have the same kind of ball. So he gave you three three balls, okay, three red balls, and he gave you two white balls. Okay, now you have another friend which is going to shop, different shop. Okay, he also wants same. He also wants same five. He also wants five balls. Okay, now another shopkeeper, he doesn't have the balls again of the same company. So he gave him two white balls and three red balls. Okay, three red balls. So now you see that first shopkeeper has given three red balls and two white balls, and second shopkeeper has given two white balls and three red balls. So is there a difference? There is no difference. First he gave three balls, then he gave two balls. First shopkeeper, another shopkeeper gave two balls first, and then three balls later. So there is no difference. Both are same thing only. Either you are getting three balls first and then two balls later. It will be five balls. Or you get two balls first and then you got three balls. It is also five balls. So it is same. Okay, so commutative property is like if the numbers we are adding, for example, here the numbers are 3 and 2. So if we are adding the numbers, if we are adding the number, this is important. If we are adding the numbers, then order doesn't matter. We change the order here. Here 2 is coming first and 3 is coming later. So the order is changed. So in this case, it doesn't matter. Okay. So if we are doing addition and two numbers orders are changed, then value will remain same. Either 3 plus 2 you do or you do 2 plus 3. Both are same things. In symbol, we say it like this: a plus b equal to b plus a. Means order, if you change in the addition, the value will remain same. Okay. Now come to the second property, okay, which is associative property. So in associative property, what it says that if you have three numbers, okay, and you are summing up all the three numbers, okay, so whichever two numbers you sum first, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, for example, for example, uh, we can take that we can take that 3 plus, okay, 6 plus 5, okay, equal to 3 plus 6 plus 5. Okay, so we can check if it is coming same or not. So here we are adding these two number first. Bracket will be performed first, bracket operation. Here we are summing up these two number first. Okay, let's check. So if we sum up these two numbers, 6 plus 5, it will become 11. So 3 plus 11 equal to, if we add these two numbers, 639, okay, and plus 5 here. Okay, so now we add 11 plus 3 is 14 this side, and this side 9 plus 5 equal to 14. So we see that the values are same, which means which means that if three numbers a b c we are adding, then it doesn't matter which two add we first. Okay, so here we added these two first, here we added these two first, so it doesn't matter. This is associative property. If there are three numbers we are adding up, then we can add any two number first, the result will remain same, there is no difference. Now let's come to the additive identity. So additive identity is like additive identity is a number, is a value which can be added to the integer, and the value of the integer should remain same. So suppose that number is 5, okay, and I say that you have to add something in this number, but it should result in same number. So what will you add so that you can gain same number? If you even add 1 in this, it will change, the value will become 6, but I want the same number. That is what additive identity is. Means any number, if you are using, it should remain same. So 5 only option is to add 0. If we add 0 in 5, then only it will be remain same 5. Okay, so this is true for all integers. Okay, so for example minus 6, we want it to be what number? If we add in minus 6, it will remain minus 6. Obviously if we add 0, it doesn't make any difference, it will remain minus 6. So you always remember this, that uh, additive identity is any value, okay, which will result in the same number should be same. So 0 is the additive identity for integers. Always remember 0 is the additive identity for the integers, which means if you add 0 to any number, it will remain same. Okay, so this is the additive identity. Let's move on to the next slide to discuss the problems. So here we are having some problems, we can see. So let's try to solve these problems. Okay, so first problem, if you see, we just have to follow the rules that we discussed before. So here if you see minus 5, we will write as it is. Then if you see these two signs here, plus and minus, they are of opposite nature. So it will result in a minus, rule number 1 that we discussed earlier. Okay, minus 9. Again we are seeing that these two sign, minus minus, both are of same nature, so it will result in plus, so it will become plus 7. Now what we can do here is that we can try to find out the value. Okay, so let's go one by one. We can just use these two first, try to solve these two first. So it is minus 5 minus 9, which means you are coming down a stairs. you came down minus 5 steps. Again you are coming down the stairs minus 9 steps. So in total you have come down 14 steps. So the answer to this is minus 14. Okay, minus 14. And then we have just solved these two. This I will write as it is. So plus 7. Okay, now again, what will be the final answer for these two? Will be minus 7, which you know already how to calculate. We discussed in previous video and this video as well before. Same way for this, 10, let's write as it is, then minus minus, these two guys same nature, so it will become plus 8, and then here we have plus and minus, so plus minus different nature, so it will become minus, all according to the rules we discussed in before. Now we deal with these two first. 10 plus 8 will be 18, then minus 2, and 18 minus 2 will be 16. This will be answer. Likewise we can solve others as well. Okay, so 5, and then here if you see minus plus minus, because they are of different nature, and then again minus plus, this will result in minus. So here let's solve these two first. 5 minus 12 will be minus 7 minus 6, so this will result in minus 13. Okay, next question same way, minus 8, then signs are of same nature, so minus minus plus 12, and then we have after that this doesn't need anything, we will write as it is, because only one symbol, right? When there are two symbols together, then only we need to resolve it. So it will become, let's resolve these two first, so it will result in plus 4, and then plus 20, so it will lead to 24. 24 will be the answer. Okay, the last question, if you see, minus 5 we will keep as it is, minus 0 we will keep as it is, then you see that these two symbols are together, so minus plus is minus 8. So let's solve these two first. Minus 5 minus 0 will be minus 5, then minus 8. Now I will solve these two, so minus 5 minus 8 minus 13. So these are the answer. So this is how you can solve the addition and subtraction problems of the integers. Uh, so in the next video, we will continue and we will learn how to do the multiplication of the integers. That's all for this video. If you have any doubt, you can comment. You can let me know. I will address those doubts in next video. So thank you for your time. Thank you.